Hey guys, welcome to the ranch. Edie says hi. Fresh out of bed and I haven't had my coffee yet. So I figured it's a perfect time to explain to you the very complex, in-depth reasons why I very intentionally chose the Marzocco Linea Mini over the Linea Micra for my coffee setup. There were several reasons, and I legitimately had an internal debate for quite some time before going with this unit. I always wanted to go with this unit. I needed to justify and rationalize to myself why I needed it for my mini millennial midlife crisis. Basically got a mortgage and was like, screw it, what's a few more $1,000s? So this. And I made a video about the whole setup. But anyways, today we're gonna talk about the reasons why. Kind of a niche video, but you guys seem to like my other coffee video about the station, so I figured, you know what, I did put a lot of thought, surprising amount of time into figuring this all out, what I wanted to do. So I may as well share that. Had I seen this video earlier, it would have made my decision-making process that much easier. At least that's my hope for why I'm doing this video. Anyways, reason number one, not the biggest reason, I'll say the biggest reason for last. Reason number one, I wanted to be able to plumb it in. Now, this Linea is not plumbed in right now, but it can be, and that was important to me. Initially, I was going to have it set up by my sink, and I thought, okay, it's going to be really easy to route right there. And then I decided, no, I'm going to have it on this exposed little coffee bar setup, where I can have everything in here and not take over counter space. So I haven't done it yet. I do want to, so I can do proper pre-infusion. And at the time I bought this, the Linea Micra, didn't have a plumbing kit. It sounds like that's coming now, but there wasn't one then. Next up, it's just a freaking tank. I wanted I had the room, so I wanted a freaking tank. And to me, why not? Why not? I know the Micra was designed in a lot of cases for people that were lacking a little of that counter space. And I can certainly appreciate it on the counter. Like it is substantially smaller and lighter. This thing is also a beast to lug around. But again, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I want my little home cafe. I want a bloody pseudo-commercial. Well, it's basically a commercial machine. It's still a little commercial machine. The Linea Mini is like their Linea. And their Linea is a full-on, like, cafes buy that thing and churn out espressos all day long with multiple group heads. This is just a single group head model, so it's small. But that's it. So those are the two smaller reasons. The next reason, third reason, which is probably a bigger one, not the biggest, but a bigger one, is you start to suffer with this height from your group head to your drip tray. And when you start getting weird and nerdy and stacking things up like scales and then fancy glasses, mine is cloudy, here's a clear one. Because I'm weird and I don't wash my stuff. I drink most of my coffee black, so I usually just rinse it until such time as I clean it. But look at that, we don't have a lot of clearance. And coming from my previous espresso machine, almost said a bad word there, espresso. Don't say espresso, it's espresso. I'm gonna give myself a pass because I caught it and because it's early and haven't had my coffee yet. But yeah, this is comfortable. I can get in and out of here without banging stuff around, too much. Plus, this one doesn't even have the spouts on the bottom. So you want to throw a spouty boy in there. Then, and it's a little sticky because it's cold. Now look at this. What? So you got to come over here at an angle, and then you can't brew that. I mean, most of my brews end up smaller than this anyways. But that's a problem, right? So I knew I wanted to go naked in the portafilter department. So there is that. I guess there's also a mini reason 4.5. Anyways, the Micra has even less height there. So that's what I'm getting at. That's the whole tangent. There's less height, so I wanted to go with this one to maximize the height that I did have. Okay, reason 3.5. I guess you'll say 4. There are 4 reasons. I didn't like the little portafilter design that came up with Micra. Like, I know it's got that PVC, and I know it's like, okay, be on board with new techniques and trends and things. But I'm sorry, it wasn't doing it for me. It felt kind of weird and proprietary. I wasn't sure how it was gonna mate up with this guy, because I knew I wanted this as the grinder. Once I got on the grind by weight train, which is amazing. It is fantastic. And this one doesn't even work properly in there. It doesn't fit properly between, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's an oversight. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but this right here messes things up and it doesn't want to sit in there properly. Doesn't fit with their dosing funnel. It just makes everything more difficult. It was throwing way more error codes, and I found this all out later. I don't know how the Micra would work with that. Maybe it's just fine, and this is all just useless ramblings. But I thought that it might be a problem. Actually, I don't even know if I thought it was a problem. I think I just didn't like, I read enough people freaking out about it, and it's like, well, maybe it's just another reason in the little rationalization category for the Mini. So I took it. And in retrospect, I'm kind of glad I did. I think I just have more options for portafilters. And last and most significant reason why I chose the Linea Mini over the Micra is because this thing still has all the same commercial parts in it that the Linea does. And there are a number of Lineas in my city. So I knew if it ever came down to it service-wise, I can just get any commercial tech to come in here and help me out. Or I can lug this to them. Either way. With the Micra, I figured that's going to be a fairly niche machine. I'm sure there's going to be some. I'm sure, like, the coffee shop I buy it from, or like, the distributor, they can probably help too. But I was like, you know what? Like, this is proven. This is here. Everything works. This is what Linea's done, or what Marzocco's done forever. So, and this is a solid track record. This is like 2016, I think. Like, it's got some time behind it. I just had more confidence in it, and I just like knowing that literally the same guts are what are in their full-on commercial machines used everywhere. So that was the number one reason why I chose this guy over the Wii counterpart. Not to say the Wii counterpart isn't for you, it just might be. It looks really cute. Oh, there was a final reason too. Okay. And I haven't done this one either. This chalk it up there with the plumbing kit one. Customization. Now, it isn't totally fair because, and it like the plumbing kit is gonna get addressed, there's just way less options for the Micra than there was for the Mini. And the reason for that is simply because this has been around since 2016, where the Micra has been around for like 12 months. So it's just gonna take some time for more of those to get out there. If they're popular, people are gonna make stuff for them. But there's some really cool kit for this one. Whether you go with the fancy, Australian wood, or there's a really cool one out of Singapore. It's probably overseas, whatever. It looks awesome. It's not very expensive, but it's got all the cool things, and I'm excited for it. It's got integrated shot timer, lots of cool stuff. Anyways, that was my plan, and then I got this, and I did all this other stuff, and it's like, you know what? I kind of blew my budget, and I kind of have a huge mortgage, so maybe I shouldn't go spending, $1,500 or $2,000 on accessorizing my already over-the-top espresso machine. So we're gonna put a pin in that one for now. I do plan to do that. Go full millennial on it and just tweak or pimp my espresso machine. There's one for the Limp Biscuit. Anyways, who would host that? Who would host Pimp My Espresso Machine? Like Harry Styles or something? Probably get some hate for that. My wife likes Harry Styles. That's probably the only reason I know his name. Anyways, that's it. So enjoy. I'm going to do another video of me making a brew on this thing, my little process, so you guys can pick it apart as well. And you know what? That's fine, because while you guys pick it apart, I'll learn how to do it better. So that's fine. YouTube, words can't hurt me. Anyways, guys, that's it. It was longer and ramblier than I anticipated, but it is early and I have not had my coffee. I also have morning voice. My voice is way more low and deep. I got that radio voice, right? Yeah. And then I drink coffee and it goes away and I just sound like a nerd, but oh well. Just motivation to come and do videos right in the morning. Anyways, guys, thanks. Stay tuned for more cool stuff. I got to review a house robot as well, because they're pretty life-changing. And I want to do the inside stuff as well. Part of the channel is supposed to be, we're leveraging tech out in the country here. But it's been a lot of outside stuff because the season is quickly slipping. We're going to get winter here right away, and I had a ton of stuff I wanted to do before the winter. And that is my cat telling me he wants to go outside, so I got to throw his little GPS collar on. Again, leveraging tech to make it out in the country here. Throw that on him, and then let him be free with moderate you know, security state supervision. Anyways, guys, cheers.